Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Sunday nights, the end of the weekend special with Hilly, and we are with HRF1 as always for the final race of the season. Can you believe it? It flies by. It's Abu Dhabi, and we're here for short qualifying, 50% race. But the twist is that it's double points, so a lot to play for. Not all to play for, unfortunately. The championship is sealed by Gunnar for the drivers and by Gunnar and Corey for the constructors. I've been reliably informed that Gunnar and Corey are going to start from the back for tonight's race, for just a bit different, a bit of fun. But they are fully aware that just because their championships are sealed doesn't mean nobody else is playing for anything. So let's see what is on the line today. So I'm just going to pop into constructors. So the Constructors' Championship is still open for second. So Alpine are very much in the lead there. They're on 488 points. Ferrari on 430. So Ferrari basically do need to win and place very highly with the other car in order to have a chance, really. But the battle is definitely on for third. So Ferrari 430, Mercedes 406, and we've got Alfa Romeo 390, and even Red Bull on 376, and Haas on 373. So right the way down to P7 in the constructors, potentially with a really good night, could take P3. In drivers, so we know Gunnar's done the business. Corey can still take second in the championship off of Bowden. Bowden's on 286. Corey is on 262. So a gap of 24 points, which with the double points is possible, very easily possible actually. If Corey could pull off a high placing podium, potentially a win. But of course, as I say, he is going to start from the back. So who's behind him? Well, only 7 points behind Corey is Chris, our head steward. So he's had a good season, currently in fourth. I think fourth would be a very good season for Chris, in all fairness. But with Corey starting from the back, there's every chance that Chris could nick the third spot. Whoopi is then on 245, so he's a further 10 points back and always very strong. So every chance he could do something here. Then we start going down a bit lower. Craig's on 232, so if he was to pick up a win here in the last race this season, he could catapult up the table, potentially. It is 8 o'clock. I'm just having a look. I think there might be a few issues with people getting in. So it's looking like we did have a new driver, Raymond, tonight that was going to debut, but we didn't realise he plays F1-22 and he's currently playing the F1-23 on the EA, what do we call it, the like the trial that they give you, the 10 hours or whatever it is they give you. And I'm just looking at the screens he's putting up because I think there's some trouble getting him in, and looking at the screens, the title screen which he screenshotted in the general chat, it doesn't look to me like he can join. I don't think the trial gives you access to it. I've just realised I haven't shared the stream, so let me just do that. Oh no, that's the wrong thing.
Where? Now? Inside your friend's there. Oh yeah. Hey, I like that.
Sorry if you can hear my dad in the background. Making lots of noise. Right, as I said, just finishing doing the sharing about.
Absolutely love it.
Go. One more to do. Oh, what's happening? Oh, my phone's frozen. That's no good, is it? Why's my phone frozen? Oh, that's good. Let's open that back up then. Oh, I can hear a counter ticking down. That means it's we're getting ready to go. Right, okay. Looks like we've got 16 at the moment. Massey is in, Checo's in. They're both in. Okay, they were both going to join late. Gunnar, if you're listening, I'll invite you in just a moment. I've just got one more share to do. So Gunnar is going to come and have a chat with me on comms. Might see if we get Corey as well. So we're both going to start from the back. Just shared down the wrong place. Don't ask a bloke to chat and do things on his phone at the same time, because we're not capable. Evening, Massey. Evening, Whoopi. Thanks for joining, guys, and good luck to you both for this final race this season. Hope you enjoy it. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I love Abu Dhabi. Right, let's get, as promised, let's get Gunnar wants to come in for the quali. So let's get him in, and I'll send Corey an invite as well. And if he wants to join, he can. If I can find him. Where is? Oh, he's. All the way down the bottom here. Here he is. There we go. Right, I've invited them both. Here comes Gunnar. Here comes Gunnar. Here comes Corey. Gunnar, Corey, Gunnar, Corey. Yay, hello. I thought I'd invite you. Yeah, so Gunnar said about joining, as you're going to start from the back. So, Corey, I thought I'd invite you as well.
Sweet.
If you're still doing that, because I have looked at the championship and you have got a battle on your hands.
Yeah, still doing that. One thing I do need to pinch is Guna setup.
Oh, right. Oh, God. Are you going to make that on stream?
All right.
Tell everyone.
Just wait for everyone to leave the garage and then I'll tell you.
Yes.
Yeah. Finally, someone's coming out. It is Bartas is out first. So, well, congratulations, guys, on your championships in HRF1. So,
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Is it me, or does this season feel like it's absolutely flown by?
Yeah, it's gone really quick, hasn't it?
It does feel like it, yeah. So it's been a good one, though. I've enjoyed it. The start of the season was outstanding, while other leagues were sort of still shut down and waiting for glitches to be sorted. HRF1 just said, no, let's go, let's get on with it.
Yeah, I think that's probably why you feel it's gone so quick, isn't it? Because we just got on with it straight away, didn't we?
Yeah, and the races were great as well. Yeah, well, they have been all season, but the start of the season, the races were unbelievable. And everybody else is saying, no, it's not ready yet. Just got on with it. And
Let me just uninclude my audio quickly and I can just tell Corey my setup quick.
Okay, yeah, that won't be at all. Right.
Yep, ready.
30. What? 32. Did you say 30? I won't do that. Don't you worry. Here comes Bartas then.
Yep.
Oh no, he's invalidated that last corner. That's invalidated this and lap. Next lap. Just going to be the longest getting the first lap on the board.
Yep.
Longest out on the medium tyre first.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Finally back. Hello, Priest. Evening. We'll be finally back on Sundays. And more hide your audio mate for him. Or hide your audio mate for him. Oh, I could have done that, couldn't I? Yeah, I see what you mean now. It's, yeah.
Yep.
Maximum pressures, guys. Maximum pressures. It's, right. You can include your audio again now. That's it. If Corey's missed any of that, it's tough, right? You're going to have to guess.
Pot per mate, it's got.
Okay, I'm on with Volungus then, because Bartas unfortunately validated this in next lap coming out the final corner. So Volungus was next out and he's on the medium tyre. Una, did you race this the other night? You did, didn't you?
Thursday night, yeah.
We all did.
Yeah, and you, Corey, obviously, yeah. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if Gunnar did, but yeah, I loved it. Great race. Probably my best race I've had on this game yet. In terms of performance, I just mean the actual racing, side-by-side racing, was awesome. So, yeah. 23.7 for Volungus. Next one.
I've just stopped on the track, Corey, on the underpass.
Oh yeah, I see it. Get yourself disqualified.
Yeah.
Ah, clever. That's what they're doing, guys. There you go.
That way we're locking the setups as well.
There's Craig going fastest. 123.590 and 123.909 from X11. Who's that? That's Aston Martin. That's Chip Van. It's round the final corner. 124.050 as Corey also gets disqualified. The drivers be thinking, what's going on? The admins are all disqualifying themselves. Not Bowden, who's just gone fastest, 22.597, but immediately beaten by the returning Whoopi. Oh, a couple more there I missed. Lycorius, All Monsters just gone 24.0. So, what is it then, guys? What do you like about Abu Dhabi?
I like the whole track.
Yeah,
It's really
especially
enjoyable.
especially since they made the changes. It just flows a lot nicer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm
to be
not going
fair.
to lie, I wasn't a fan of it on the old game when you had the chicanes and that there, and I wasn't
Did
a
you
fan
not?
of that. But
See, I like
nah, I
that
didn't like
chicane
it.
because I just thought it was a good challenge, that chicane, but it did cause some accidents, to be fair.
Yeah,
But I
made
did-
it a
yeah.
lot more technical, didn't it? Sector 3, I think.
Yeah, it was challenging. Evening Fatal, and welcome back to HRF1. It's Massey.
Yeah,
just
good to
had
have Fatal
P1.
back on Mondays.
Yep. Massey goes P3 22.9, but Whoopi flying at the moment. I'm trying to remember. I think the pole position time here on Thursday in our race was 22.0.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it was 22-0, yeah.
that's a very good first lap for Whoopi.
But the hack's on again, isn't he?
Oh yeah, thank you for that one. He's listening as well. Poor Whoopi.
Good.
Right, Bartas, is he going to get... Well, he's not invalidated coming out the final corner this time, so that's good. He's on his way down to the hairpin. So this is all... Not new, just they've removed the chicane before the hairpin. Not really sure. I don't know if it's made that much difference, that, in all fairness.
It's definitely made it quicker, hasn't it? But
Yeah, it's made it quicker, it's made the hairpin easier, I would say.
yeah, I suppose it's made it a bit easier to stay closer to the car in front as well, isn't it, in race conditions.
Yeah. Which the double DRS you didn't necessarily need, really. It's, yeah. Yeah, so definitely not
That's
sure
the thing
about
with the
that
two
bit.
long straights, so close to each other, isn't it? So hard to drop someone from DRS around there.
Ah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
Although it is- at
I learnt
least
that
they're
one the
done.
first day.
Yeah. At least they're done, though. At least you've got the two, one after the other, and then the rest of the track. So then you've got a good 2/3 of the track that's without DRS to try and drop them, at least.
Yeah. Debo on purple, sector 1.
Nice. Just watching Bartas finish the lap. I'll go Steve on straight after. Here he comes in, Bartas, and it's a 124.802. Puts in P11 for the moment.
Fairly is the next
Bomb.
McLaren route, just coming into sector 3 now.
Okay, right, fairly. Yeah, he's not had a very good start to this qualifying session by his standards.
He did say in the chat he's on a new rig and that, so
Yeah, that would explain, because he seems to be doing multiple laps, so I'm wondering if he's just using it as a bit of a practice. It's gone P5 there, on a 23.4, but usually right at the top somewhere.
I expect a bit more than him there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here's,
both sides have done a few laps.
that's it. Here's D-Bomb, who well up on his previous time. Final corner, open up steering hopefully. And here he goes, half a second quicker, still 23.2. I think he's probably still got quite a bit more on that.
Next one, Belungus, isn't it?
Yeah, because X11's on a 8 lap. Williams is Bartas, so he's returning to the pits presumably, and so would McLaren be. So.
Cool, Belungus looked very slow and straight, and he's only hitting 204.
Yeah, and that's the longer straight, isn't it? So.
Yeah, the one with the speed trap on it. I was hitting like 206 through there in practice without hot lap mode or DRS, but not hot lap.
Oh goodness me. Okay, he's definitely got hot lap on. So. Yeah, let's just. Well, I can tell you, can't I? I do forget sometimes I've got the app sat next to me. So, yeah, he's in the speed trap. He's 328. Belungus. So, in terms of what other drivers are doing. The lowest is 324, and that's Bowden.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Belungus pops in there, P3.
So yeah, P3, 1228. Yeah, the highest is 232. Sorry, 332, and that is Chip Van.
That's rapid in a straight.
Yes. So
comes Craig to the line. I think it's an improvement. Yeah, P5.
Yeah, P5.
He's had a really good season. He has.
He has very good season. Mr. He's the tyre wizard, isn't he? HRF1.
Lycorius next over with a time.
So let's just nip down to Lycorius then. He's improving, just over 3.5 temps up. Here he goes. Ooh, 1.6 in the end. Goes P8. Nice. Here's Whoopi.
Keeping an eye on Whoopi. He's just at sector 2 now.
Yeah, it's set to
purple,
1.
but he's 61 thousandths down.
His sector 1 was 61 thousandths down. His set. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Actually,
That was a sector 2 split was 61 thousandths down, I think.
Oh right, let's put it in the wrong column on the app. That's what's wrong confused. So there we go.
Must be improving because he's finishing it.
Yeah, he's continuing. A little bit awkward out the final corner, and if he was improving by a bit, he's lost it.
Yeah.
So,
It's unfortunate.
Massey
just coming into sector 3. I missed his sector 2 split.
He was down in sector 2, but up in sector 1. Needs a good final sector to improve. He comes and does improve a bit, just over half a tenth.
Oh, Gaza.
He's well up, I think. Oh, he's actually lost a bit on what he was up through sector 2. Let's put him up to P5.
Monsters just over 3 temps up now.
Yeah, so improved by 73 thousandths in sector 1 and just short of quarter of a second in sector 2. Only getting a bit more in sector 3, that will make him catapult up the leaderboard. Not really. So here's P11. That's teammate Chip Flowers just finished sector 2 and he's over half a second up at the moment. Well, his improvement at the moment would actually only put him ahead of his teammate. Oh, it's not his teammate. Sorry, it's Chip. Sorry, Chip Van Asten. Monsters Merrick. So yeah, he needs some more in the final sector to really move up. 23.2. So
he found it.
Yeah, moves up to P8 and misses D-Bomb by just 1,000th of a second. He's still out there plugging away. He's on fresh tyres now, actually. Morning. See, that's the McLaren now. I don't have a set of one split only.
Oh, that was a big lock up from Fairley.
Yeah, he went really deep there. I've been on board with the whole lap.
Hopefully, sector 2.
I think he's going to be
Shortly.
considerably down there after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 3/10. Okay. Let's move on. Not sure if anybody else is on a lap. I think Bart just started a lap, but he's had a moment in turn 2.
But Checo's on one. Checo's
He
just coming up to the
is.
line now. He has to get his first time on the board.
Everyone's favourite HRF1 driver. Checo, 23.9, goes P13. There are rumours.
He's got more time than that because he's a bit squiggly through sector 3 there.
Yeah. There are rumours he's going to be leaving his Red Bull seat at the end of the season. So, we shall see. And as he comes around to start laps, he hasn't done the hilly hot lap yet, so we can quickly do that. Oh,
No, he's diving to the pits.
It's unbelievable. Right, D-Bomb's started the lap, I think. Yeah, 3,000
Yeah, he started.
set to 1. Might just leave the hot
Purple
lap,
sector
right.
1 as well.
Yeah, 3,000ths of a second up, but Purple nonetheless. Let's demonstrate what's he hitting. Well, that was only 204, 205 miles an hour. Of course, my app does it in kilometres an hour, so I've got absolutely no idea what that is.
Well, does it not tell you? Will it not tell you in kilometres an hour now? Then you can just we'll know, wouldn't we?
Well, his speed trap is P7 is 330 kilometres an hour. So
So that's 204 miles an hour.
yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. Here he comes round. Oh, doesn't quite invalidate. It was close.
He's pushing.
Straightens it up. Oh, look, nice. 23.1. Doesn't gain too much, but a gain nonetheless, and it does get him above Craig for the moment. Junior these are the final runs now. They ain't gonna have time to be pitting, so
Yep.
The longest just coming to sector 2. Looks like a quite decent lap actually.
yeah. Just gone on board with him. So slightly down. It's looking at the moment like it's a bit of a battle for P3 going on. Unless there's any drastic improvements from them. Yeah, this would be a very good quality from Columbia, so he could stay up in sort of P3. Well, he's into the pits, so clearly wasn't gaining anything. Massey going through the chicane. I think he's down. Oh, he was almost a 10th down in sector 1. Still going for it, so he's not backed out to try and give it another go. Oh, he's massive up.
Yeah, he's up well up now.
In nearly 3/10 in sector 2.
Craig right
Oh,
behind
he's
him,
got-
just over a
Got
10th
traffic in
up.
front of him. Who's that in front?
Yeah, Craig's improving nicely
Gaza.
as well, as you said. So is X11.
Oh, I think that's going to hurt him actually through there, you know.
Here he comes. Does gain 3/10. He actually goes out of Bowden by 1,000th of a second. Bowden's on an outlap, so we'll see how he goes. X11's gone up to P5.
That's a good lap for him.
That
Yeah.
is a really good lap.
He's been struggling on 23, so
Yeah, and
I think that's the highest I've seen him in quality all season, I think.
Craig's headed into the 22s. And he's gone P6. Paz is another one who I think struggled a bit on the first season in 23. I'm sure it'll come back to him. I know he did, right, when the new game came out. He got a new, well, not a new job, he got a promotion in work, which took a lot of time away from him. That's it. I just see right then, and Alfa Romeo just went into the old pit lane.
Yeah, to let Gaza by.
To let him through, yeah. I didn't even know that was there. Never noticed that. I'm usually driving too fast to notice it, you see.
Bowden and Whoopi both on improvements here, and they're both on the same straight.
Nice. Okay, in that case,
Bowden's first up,
Bowden up first.
taking the esports line into the chicane. There he was.
Sorry, guys. We'll keep an eye on
Oh, he's
Gaza.
been studying.
Improving. Just heading across the line. Gaza gives it the P5. It's a good lap from Gaza. 22.8.
Bowden 47,000 up.
Yeah.
Whoopi 8th. Whoopi 2.5. Then 2.5 tenths
Whoa.
up.
Oh,
This could
goodness
be a
me,
good
he's
lap
looking
here.
at matching the pole from Thursday. Goes on like that. So it was a surprising pole on Thursday. It was Toby, wasn't it? Not
Yeah.
not Danny, as we all just assumed was going to happen.
It was good to see.
Yeah, it was lovely to see. And there's Bowden then, does improve, but he does go ahead of Massey.
Oh,
Whoopi,
Whoopi!
21.8.
He does a 21.8. That's a monster lap.
That is a monster lap. That is huge. Here comes Monsters, and he moves up to
Up to
6.
P6!
What's a lap? Close that. Look at P4, 5 and 6. Specifically,
Yeah,
although X11 as well, but that is so close. Take Whoopi out of the
That's
equation.
fantastic.
P2, well, P2 to P9 is covered by half a second. So,
Yeah.
it's lovely. That's what we like to see. Barely in P9. Oh, Massey said Gaza held him up on the final sector a little bit, he said, so he thinks he cost him P2. But, there you go. Hey, teammate. Hey, Mr. Whale. Wrong night, of course, on your teammate on Mondays from next season. So, Sundays you can go suck a lemon.
Just a whale.
Right, thanks for having me back, lads, says Fatal. Let me just do this. So quickly, just read through. I'm not going to read through all the positions. I'm just going to scroll down. There's you two bad boys being disqualified at the bottom. I think we should start from the pit lane. To be fair,
We would if we could.
my goodness, what a lap from what
I'll be backing up at turn 1 anyway. I won't be getting involved in nothing at turn 1, mate. I spun here on Thursday at turn 1, didn't I? So.
Oh yeah,
Still beat me.
yeah.
Only because there's a safety car, mate.
Yeah, true.
Brought me back into it, otherwise I was nowhere.
What did he say? He said Whoopi. I don't know what. Oh, that was referring to you, Gunnar, wasn't it? What did you say earlier on about Whoopi? I can't remember.
What,
All that's hacks.
I know you. Yeah, that's it. I know you abused him somehow. Yeah, it's about hacks. Hey, teammate from Wales. Sector 3 on this revised layout makes for some epic battles now. Indeed. Let's go Checo, says Agnut, my #1 Sunday fan. Well, he's actually #1. Checo's #1 Sunday fan, not mine. He's just got to watch me to be able to see him. Yeah, I've seen that one. Got the fingertips sweating a little bit. Ugh. Whose fingertips sweat? That's a bit. Ugh. Scottish.
Right, we'll
Scottish
love you and leave you anyway now, Hilly.
Wells says, suck a lemon. Yes, suck a lemon. Alright then, yeah, I guess you've got to go and get ready. So, well, I would say good luck, not really good luck, but just have fun. Go out and enjoy yourselves, you deserve it.
That's the plan.
So,
Yeah, have a laugh,
yeah.
mate.
But yeah, try not to take anybody out though, because, you know, they've got their own championships going on and stuff, so, you know, let them carry on. But yeah, go and have fun, guys. I'll see you later.
See you later, Hilly.
Speak to you soon, bud.
See you soon. Okay, guys. Thank you to Corey and Gunnar for jumping in and saying hello and going through Collie with me. Agna, yeah, let's go, Hilly and Checo. Thank you. There you go. As usual, guys, we've got a quick break. It's usually about 5 minutes, so we've probably used a couple of those minutes already. So I'm just going to grab myself a quick coffee and then I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes' time. So see you then. Right, back with you guys as we're getting close now. We should be going pretty soon. So Abu Dhabi, interesting race. None of the tyres seem to actually do what you need them to do. So the mediums fall off just a little bit earlier than you need them to. The hards do the same thing. The softs are useless. They'll be extremely quick for about 2 laps, and then they already start to die. So, yeah, it's kind of more. You got to kind of pick the least worst rather than picking the best. You're kind of picking the least worst. But yes, there we go. It's as you can see, we couldn't unfortunately get the trialist in for the race. His name only just dawned on me, but he wasn't in qualifying, so he clearly couldn't. I think it's because he was on the 10-hour trial, the EA trial on the game, because he's been playing 22 and he's just done a trial on 23. Will be getting the game, but unfortunately because he's on the trial, it wouldn't let him into a multiplayer race, I guess. So there we go. But hopefully you get the new game and he could join us for the new season, perhaps. Here we go then. So we are here for the formation lap, guys. Let's have a look. So tyres. Oh, look at that sea of yellow. The top 8 all on the medium tyre. Fairley and D-Bomb starting on the hards. Chip Van on the mediums. Checo, Bartas on the mediums. Lycorius is starting on the softs, interestingly. Corey and Gunnar at the back, both opted for the hard tyre instead of splitting the strategy. I think I'm not massively surprised to see the top 8 on medium tyres. I'm a little surprised that nobody's gone the other way in that top 8, but it's just one of the mediums by 12 laps and they've had it. So and he really starts to feel when they've gone off as well around here. So it's a difficult call, but I think the idea being, though, if you were to have a safety car sort of lap 8, 9, something like that, around that area, you could definitely switch to hards, but there's no way you could make the end of the race switching to mediums at that point. As Whoopi has a formation lap spin, a little bit embarrassing for him as we were watching him. I'll make sure he knows that if I speak to him at the end. So here we go, guys. Final race of the season. Double points. As I said, there is plenty of battles going on. I did read those out earlier in the stream, but basically, for the constructors, the top spot in both championships is decided. So the drivers and the constructors, the championship are decided. Gunnar is the drivers' champion. Tauri, Corey and Gunnar are the constructors' champions. But the constructors, to me, is still very interesting, because for the third spot, you have Ferrari, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Red Bull and Haas can still take the third spot in this championship. So all to play for there. As the lights come on. And away we go. Seemed like some slow reactions going on there. But Mercedes has gotten off the line well for Whoopi. Bowden follows him, seems to have got off as well. Oh, Valungus is round. There's a little bit of contact. That must be Craig. Surely. Oh, no, it's Massey. Sorry. There was a little bit of contact between Valungus and Massey, which has sent... What am I doing? Valungus round and has dropped in back to 15th. Checo, I think something's happened for Checo, unfortunately. Agna, and he is... Oh, Bartas is gone. Oh, he's left the session quickly. Has he just been Oh, I got a feeling that he's disconnected, and it's retired him. Look at where he's gone. That doesn't seem to... That's got to be a disconnection, hasn't it? Or his pads turned off or something like that. X11, you're overtaking under a yellow flag. That was an illegal move from X11, and that would definitely be penalised by the stewards. That's why Checo turned into him, because he wasn't expecting him to be there. They were under yellow flags, so no overtaking allowed. We've got another yellow flag, and it's Bowden. Oh, Bowden, what a chance for you today. Gonna have to do it the hard way now. As he drops to P12 following that spin. There's changes going on. There's so much happening. Massey has had to pit. And so has Bowden. So both Bowden and Massey have pitted. Did they have some sort of contact then that's caused that? But there's so much going on. Amongst all this, Whoopi has just said, thank you very much, I've got a 4-second lead, and not look back. But Gaz is up to P2, Fairley is somehow up to P3. So he's at 6 places already. Look at the position games. Gory and Cooner. Did I just say Gory and Cooner? Oh, that's brilliant. Gory and Cooner. There we go. Corey and Gooner, both up 8 places. As Bartas has, I think, probably rejoined, realised his car's been retired, and left the session again. Sorry, Bartas. That's happened if you're listening. So, just going around, came from behind. He might have cut across someone. Okay. Thank you, Agna. Oh, if there's anything major going on, they'll submit an instant report, but it's not massively surprising to see some contacts at the start of this one. Yeah, any of them, to be quite honest, these days, but this one is quite a wide pit straight, and then the left-hander, you go into quite a small bit of track, so a thin bit of track, so it's not surprising when it does that you do see some contact. But at the moment, we've got a bit of a train going on now already from P2 Gaza. Chipfan is getting past Corey. Although Chipfan did run a little bit wide out of turn 1. There we go. But yeah, Gaza P2 then. And we've got a bit of a train going on right the way down to Lucorius in... Oh, I'd say that about Volungus actually in P11. He's already on to the back of the train already. Yeah, up now, so I've got it from the tyre wear and that. I don't know how he does it, but Craig already has a 5% advantage over Whoopi. So Whoopi's mediums are on 15%, Craig's are on 10%. I don't know how he's doing it, or how, yeah, I don't know how he does that at all. But it works for him. It's got to be a style of driving, and it works for him. There are some things in setup which relate to tyre wear, and the biggest thing being the tyre temperature, so the PSI generally controls that. There are other little bits that do control that as well. But as long as your tyres are within a certain range, which is usually sort of 93, 94 degrees to 103, 104 degrees, then you should be fine with your wear, really. The only other aspect is the driving style, and if you are a bit aggressive, as Lycorius has spun it round at the final corner, and that enables Fulungus, X11 and Checo to gain a place. Sorts have gone on. Gaza just starting to gain a little bit on Whoopi. He's in that really awkward position, Gaza, isn't he, where he's the leader of the pack at the moment, so fairly surely with that exit he's going to make a move here. I wasn't sure if he would or not. Let's get the tyres back up for you guys. As Bowden picks up a 3-second penalty. And got a nice view there. As you can see, fairly it's done before the corner, but still left plenty of room for Gaza if he wanted to come through the inside. But I don't think Gaza's that worried. I think he'd be quite happy to sit on the back of Fairley. They are absolutely eating time out of Whoopi's lead at the moment. Whoopi's dropped 6 tenths since we went on to this battle in less than a lap. I guess he will lose time Would have lost time because Fairley having DRS, of course, but yeah. It will take good 10 to 11 laps before the hards actually have a tyre advantage over the mediums, so but the mediums don't go much longer than that before they're dead, so it's a bit of a tight one. We've got monsters getting pretty close here to Craig. Let's go to the onboard. Again, at the moment, despite the fact he's out in clean air, I've got to say, Whoopi's tyre wear is horrendous. He's on 23%. There are some guys on 20% on the mediums, whereas Craig's on 16%. It's but Whoopi's tyre wear is at least 3% higher than anybody else on the same tyre, I mean, of course. So, Gaz has gotten back ahead of Fairley on the straight, and that will, every chance that might happen lap after lap, guys, because of the strength of the DRS. So, at the moment, this is the main battle, really. You can see 5th place there is Gunnar, already up to 5th, despite starting at the back. Corey also started back up to 8th. Oh, really good race for the two McLarens. Haven't split strategy though, so they are both on the hard tyres. Here comes Fairley once again. Which will happen once again, and then next lap, Gunnar will, Gaza will get the DRS back, and we'll presumably get the move back. He's actually got DRS now, of course, Gaza. It's not quite enough tarmac there for him to make the move again. Gaza's on really low energy. Stop using that. You seem to need to stockpile your energy a little bit in this year's game. This is Craig, the Mr. Tyre Whisperer himself. Interesting to watch him a little bit, see what he's doing. Nothing massively different. Will the guys that go for the overtake, or will he just follow behind? He really does need to charge his battery, so well, he's going to go for the overtake. It looks like Fairley's going to try to switch back, and we'll get DRS, of course. So it looks like Fairley's going to retake this position. A bit of running from these two through the chicane, and nicely done from Fairley with the switchback. Back ahead of Gaza into P2. We'll have the opportunity to try and create some sort of gap. And look at the gap now to Whoopi, down to 2.8 seconds. That has really dropped since last time I looked at it. And we've got a yellow flag, and that is an Aston Martin. And that is Chip Van. He covers himself to track. And doesn't have any damage, so only reason he pit now would be if his tyres are really up. But we got a safety car. Who's that for then? Vicorious. I'm not registering anybody with any damage, but there's clearly damage there. Yeah, the Ferrari's lost its front wing, and that has caused a safety car. And this is a disaster for the hard tyre starters. So for the guys that started on the hard, so Fairley, D-Bomb, Gunnar, Corey, this is an absolute nightmare. right at the point where the medium runners could switch to the hards to go to the end. If you take into account probably two laps under safety car. That is really not good for the hard starters. They're going to have to switch to a two-stop because the mediums will be absolutely screaming at them if they try and do sort of 20 laps. So they've really had enough after sort of 12 laps, not even thinking about 20. So I think they will have to go medium soft to the end of this race, to be honest. And such is the difference between mediums and hards. The pace difference between them is so low that you don't fancy them just because they're going on to a fresh set of mediums being able to pull a gap at all. So the gap they're going to be able to or the advantage they're going to be able to gain over it will be later on. Well, Fairley's not even pitted. Nor is Deebon. The two McLarens have stayed out. Now that is a mistake. I'm afraid, guys, that is a mistake. You should have been pitting there. I know it's awkward, but you should have pitted. And now you're going to be on worn tyres for the restart, and they're going to get absolutely swallowed up. I can't see their tyre wear on the app, so I can't tell you what they're on, but they've got to be in the 20s at least. Whoopi, Gaza, certainly those two, Whoopi and Gaza, will be loving this. They'll be seeing that from the two McLarens and thinking, I can't believe they've just done that. And both of them did it as well. I don't think those two would be in a party. They might be, but as teammates, they might have chosen to go to a party, but I don't think they would have been, so that's a really odd call. Hello, Vice. Good evening. Good evening, young man. How you going? Right. Well, I mean, Whoopi's still, for me, favourite to win this race. You've got to say, with Gaza, probably second favourite at this point. We'll see if I'm proven wrong, guys, but I just think that 20... Well, I assume it's going to be 20 racing laps, because, yeah, it would definitely go on another lap. So, we'll restart on lap 10, presumably, which will be 20 laps remaining. So, 20 racing laps and a lap under safety car for medium size will surely just be too far. I don't think they'll be able to do it. Not without being incredibly slow at the end, so... We'll see how we go. Interesting. See how the McLarens do. I mean, Fairley's going to be hoping his teammate does a bit of the old Perez defensive work for him, but I'm not sure. If I'm absolutely honest, I'm not sure there's going to be anything they can do. Well, I guess either way, they either stay out and make a pit stop. Stick with a strategy, make a pit stop to go to the mediums, or they came in and still had to make another pit stop in a way, but they would be in second. Well, they'd be second and third, or no, second and fourth. I think they would be on fresh tyres. I believe Fairley would be second, just ahead of Gaza. Whoopi would be leading, and Deebon would be in P4, but they'd be on fresh tyres. I'd rather be that than 1 and 2. On old hards. Let's see if it works. Perhaps they know something I don't. Whoopi, careful. Getting a bit... yeah, it's been really badly slowed down, actually. And Fairley probably doesn't have any control over this, guys. Just FYI, the game has probably slowed him down horrendously like that. So he doesn't want to. I don't blame him for slowing it down like that. It gives him more options as when to go. And look, he's gone. He is gone really early. And although it's not a caught out, particularly caught out D-Bomb or Whoopi, it has definitely caught out those behind. Here comes Whoopi down the outside of D-Bomb, and absolutely nothing D-Bomb can do. He ends up running wide, in fact. So, no other sort of challenges coming on at that point, but you'll see Whoopi making his way to the front. Punch for ease here. He goes just to get over to the right as much as he could without touching McLaren. As, fairly locked up into the chicane. D-Bomb loses a couple of places. These guys that started on the hard, so the two McLarens, presumably they need to be going to around about lap 16. They might be able to get away with lap 15 and pit then, as obviously their medium stints will be on a lighter fuel load than they would be at the start. So as, that is Gazza and Gunnar, two old hands. And the two old hands show everybody how to do it, because that was nice racing in sets of 3. Not always the easiest to do that through there. Going side by side, really good racing. And Checo, a bit further down, getting ahead of Bowden. Although Bowden's going to come back and then Checo runs wide in the final corner. Well, he's managed to keep his pace up and tries to get the inside on turn 1, but didn't manage to make it stick, and maybe got a little bit under threat there from Lycorius, but still there, Checo, and he's racing hard. So all these guys an opportunity, really. So these guys, and Massey as well, who had to pit first lap, so giving them an opportunity as Corey goes up the outside by the looks of it into the chicane, but he's had a really poor second half of the chicane. That's unfortunately for D-Bomb, DRS not open yet, so it's not going to help. And with Corey on the softs, acceleration will come a lot easier to Corey. Just like course has gotten past Checo there. I think thought something might have happened, but looks like still plodding along. Nice close racing from these guys, but it's not there's not a lot you can do through sets of 3, to be honest, in terms of making an overtake. So D-Bomb now down to P7. But the only thing is that by staying out, it does automatically mean that they are on a different strategy. So the two McLarens are fairly still alright. He's just got Gunnar making a move, and usually into the hairpin. Massive DRS zone just after the hairpin. It's very unusual to see somebody making a move. As Gaza goes past, Gunnar moves defensive to the inside. He moves back to the racing line. He may not move again until turning into the corner, and he doesn't. So that's done. Keep an eye through the field to keep an eye on battles. Volungus is making a move on the outside here, going into the left-hander, long left-hander. I guess you would call it a hairpin. So it's a bit different to other ones, but other hairpins tend to be quite sharp turning in, whereas this one's a sort of long, almost a bit more like a series of left-hand corners rather than just one long one. But it's I guess it is one wrong one though. Anyway, what else is going on? Fairly now down to P4, and Corey is onto the back of him. So maybe that was Corey's thinking, is that by going with the sauce first, he can pit earlier and try and get some sort of undercut, maybe, on the other drivers. Generally, through the game so far since release, it's been proven that going the other way, going the harder compound first, and then having the speed at the end of the race seems to work better, but there's always an exception to every rule. Here comes Corey then. Both have DRS, of course, but Corey's soft tyres, although they're probably already feeling it a little bit. He's in sort of 23% at the moment, Corey, on those softs, so they're not too bad in all fairness. Schooner's on 17% on the mediums, so there's not a huge amount of difference in that sense. Fairly's come back at him. Corey won't appreciate that. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all, but Corey won't appreciate it because... yeah. I mean, technically they're not on completely different strategies. They are both going to be pitting sooner rather than later, so... is it me or does that sky look particularly dark over Sector 1? Which you can see in the sort of distance. And so, oh, Corey's already in! Corey's in early! Okay, I wasn't expecting him just yet. Corey is in, and just looking at the track map there, he will come out in last. While Lester's still running, which is 15th. It's Craig's turn this time to get onto the back of Fairley. Clarence, I think something's happened, is it? Chip Fan and Bowden, it looks like. It looks like it might have been both of them, and Bowden looks like he's given a place back there to Chip Fan, so I would suggest that they've probably had contact, and Bowden feels that he might have been responsible, as that's the usual reason why you would then give the place back. So, X11 gets ahead of Monsters. Oh, he's had a touch on D-Bomb. Oh, X11. A bit naughty to take the position after doing that to him. So, I guess because Monsters is there, can't just give it up without giving the place to Monsters as well. So, yeah, further penalties starting to happen. Gunnar has picked up a penalty. Jacko when you had one, Bowden when you had one, and X11 has one. So, where's our next battle going to come from, guys? Probably Bowden and Chip Fan. Bowden's into the pits. Okay, maybe Monsters then with X11. They are coming round as Bowden retires from the final race of the season. Not the way the young man would have liked to have finished this season, I'm sure. He's had a really, really good season. I'm a bit surprised he hasn't fought on to the end to pick up whatever double points he could, quite honestly, because he's still battling in the Drivers' Championship for P2. Retirement surely will knock him down. So, sorry. Oh. Oh! Goodness me, looks like there was contact between Monsters and X11. Luckily, X11 ghosted just in front of D-Bomb, which has stopped any damage being done. And it looked to me there like Monsters gave that place back, so maybe felt he was at fault, so gave the place back. Good sportsmanship. I'm just fighting the really old tyres now. Not giving up, is he? He's not just saying, oh, nothing I could do, you know, no point in fighting the position. He's trying. That's him. And off he takes to the pit lane then. I can confirm the other McLaren fairly did not pit. So I think perhaps Steve-Bomb realised that, and so that's why he's pitted that lap. I think that was the right thing to do. Off he goes, good pit stop, and away he goes. We'll exit in P14, but a lot still to come in this race, which surely see the medium guys pitting again. So we said it was 20 laps to the end of the race. They got like 17, 18, 19 to complete of the first 10, and we're already at the 30% mark. Or well, Gunnar is. Anyway. So that means we're definitely going to hit 60%. Plus more, they've got to pit again. I'm sure of it. It'll be a brave man that continues to the end. It'll also be a very slow man at the end, towards the end, but it doesn't pit. Early though, still in P6. He's doing okay. Whoopi is absolutely running away with it. I mean, the quali time was absolutely superb. 21.8 for pole position. Oh, fairly locked up, trying to go into the pits. Almost missed the pit lane because of that. But this is the McLaren's time now, so both McLarens have the opportunity to undercut all of those guys that went to medium tyres under the safety car, whose tyres are now sort of 9 laps old. As you can see, they're now 13th and 14th, the 2 McLarens, but they will definitely make their way forward before the end of this race. And, Warrior's got an opportunity maybe. It's tight, but no, Checo going along nicely, isn't he? And he will be going to the end of this race, so Whoopi on the hards is on 30%, so he's actually going to be struggling to make the end a little bit. But he is a bit of an exception to the rule because he is exceptionally bad on his tyres. I say that, chip vans are just as bad, but he's had a spin. He's been round at some point. Talking of spins. Victorious has one. So let's go to Checo then. Fighting on the back of the Mercedes here of monsters. So, yeah, you should expect Team Monsters to have to pit at some point. But, at the moment, I can't 100% say that. Double his tyre wear now, he'd be on 70% and have one more lap to do. So it is possible, technically for him, it is possible that he might go to the end of this race. I would say one of the few guys on the mediums that potentially could. He's going to get into the dangerous territory. Once you hit 70%, guys, that's your dangerous territory. That's when, well, one, your tyres are going to be exceptionally slow, but it's also when you're in danger of a puncture. Basically, it starts at 70%. I know this because I've seen someone pick up a puncture on just 72%, so I know that it must be 70% where it starts. So, good little battle going on here between Massey and X11, and it looks like Massey's got the better of him, and through he goes into P6. The next guy, gets a little touch on the rear end there from X11. Nearly, I think, oversteered it on the corner on the exit, but might have actually driven across the Alpha to sort of say, "Oi, behave." But yeah, next up the road for Massey will be his teammate Craig, who I don't think will have any trouble getting to the end of the race on his mediums. I've already called him twice today. He is the tyre wizard. Who looks like he's poised to make the move here on Chip Van. Ooh. Aggressive D-bomb, but he has gotten through nonetheless. Oh, who's that? Who's that? That is Corey getting past Checo. We've got yellow flags. Oh, it's Chip Van. Yeah, I thought D-bomb was a little bit aggressive making the move, and I think that's put Chip Van off a bit, you know. I think that probably led to that moment there for Chip Van. So Corey back up to P9. He's looking to undercut the other guys that went to mediums and try and pick off the hard runners as best he can before the end of this race. So at the moment, from me, as long as all the other medium tyres have got runners have got a pit, he should undercut all of them. Going by the time that I can work out quickly there in my head, I think he would undercut all of them. Monsters is in, so he's going to be going to Sauce. I said, going by the tyre wear, I don't think that Craig will have to pit again. The gaps are starting to appear now, so we're running out a little bit of battles at the moment. X11 is managing to stay on the back of Massey, for the moment at least. He does have a penalty, of course. Monsters just exiting. Let's have a little look. Oh, has he had a little moment? I think maybe. That didn't look like a natural line you'd be taking out of the pits. I reckon he's had a little moment coming out the pits. He's exited in P12, and he's got short of 9 seconds to make up as Chip Van retires. He's retired in the pits. Well, guys, last race of the season, just get to the end. I know it's hard when you're not having the best of races. Get out, we all feel like that. Every single one of us will have moments like that. Which tells me X11 probably got a warning for that one. So we're a little bit short on the ground of battles now, actually on track, but technically there's plenty of battles going on, but it's via pit stops. Oh, Craig's, I cannot believe that Craig is pitted. He was the one guy on the medium tyres that was going to make the end easily. And just to make things even worse, he's gone to hards rather than softs. I'm dumbfounded. Absolutely dumbfounded. I don't understand that decision at all, Craig. You've lost me on that one, buddy. Give me a message when you watch this back, because you always do. Give me a message. Oh, we've got a safety car. Oh, Lycorius, you've done it again. He's done it again. He's lost his front wing, and he's going to have to drive the lap before being able to get round to the pits. Oh, what have you done, Lycorius? You just completely destroyed Stratton. Craig is going to be... He will not be able to believe this. And quite honestly, Corey... Well, I don't know if Corey would be fuming as such, but... I do think if Gunnar did... Assuming Gunnar will have needed to pit, then Corey would have got him. It's just whether he could have stayed ahead of him afterwards. But he definitely would have been ahead on track after the stop. And if Gunnar was going to pit, it probably would have been this lap. I'm just going to carry on. Yeah, I don't think that's... I think the main reason Corey's decided to carry on there is because he would have been double stacked with his teammate in the pits. So... Oh, actually, no, he wouldn't. What am I talking about? No, Gunnar's literally exiting. He's just there. So... But that gives you an idea. So, under safety car, Corey has gotten ahead of Gunnar but under a normal pit stop, on race conditions, he surely would have been at least 5 or 6 seconds at the road, I would have thought. But with fresh softs, 5 or 6 seconds around a track of this length, probably wouldn't have been that much to catch up, I don't think. But we'll never know. No, we'll never know. Okay, let's have a little look then. What we've got chance. So. Right, the Alpines are both in and they are sit for 7th. That will be plenty enough to consolidate P2 in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari have lost Bowden. Lycorius is still out there but not doing so well. and Mercedes are currently winning the race, and they're also P12. So for me, right now, I can't do the maths that quickly enough in my head, guys, but I'm pretty sure that Mercedes will leapfrog Ferrari into third place in the Constructors. Alfa Romeo would be the other real challengers. Volungus P5, X11 P10, so they're doing very well. They might nip ahead of Ferrari for P4, and Red Bull, again, they're doing quite well, so I don't think they would quite get Ferrari, but it will probably end up pretty close. And for the drivers, the battle was on for P2, P3. Bowden pretty assured of P2, but Corey is now in P2 on track. So Corey was 24 points behind Bowden. Remember, it is double points for this last race of the season, so a second place, I believe, is 22 points. Double out to 44 if Corey could hold on to that. It's not like he's going to hold on to it, but you know, 24 points. Where would you get 12? So it's 25, 22, 20, 18. I'm not sure when it goes to 1 point. To be fair, I think 12 points is probably around about 8th place, so that's all Corey needs to hold on to, and he nicked second in the drivers off of Bowden because Bowden retired. Chris, it's only just dawned on me that Chris isn't with us tonight. He's missing the last race of the season. But Whoopi is the main one, I guess, who's on course at the moment to pick up the maximum, 50 points for the position, which would leapfrog him up to 295, which would put him up into second place. So Corey actually needs enough points to see that off to get the second place. So it's not just as simple as saying he needs to get ahead of Bowden. If Whoopi wins this race, he's got to score enough points to stay ahead of Whoopi, and the safety car will come in. Will it? No, he hasn't driven off, has he? We are waiting for that Ferrari of Licorius to get onto the back of it. I think we're going to see another lap. Oh, that is a really late call. I'm glad to see that the safety car did at least drive in, because sometimes when a call's made that late, it carries on and everybody gets confused. But away we go then. Corey has 5 laps to keep that AlphaTauri as high as he can, and something tells me that Gunnar will be defending for his life. Surely he's gonna try and protect his teammate. Corey has done it for him through the season. He looks like he's going for the overtake to me, but he has. Oh, surely he should have stayed between them. I don't know. Maybe this is a better way of doing it, because maybe you can control the pace and stop all the guys getting away from Corey too much to try and keep Corey in at least in a DRS distance of the car ahead. But it's hard to see. With all these guys on fresh softs, it's so hard to see how Corey's going to be able to hold this off. But I don't really know why he didn't pit. My initial thought was that he would have double stacked with Gunnar, but he wouldn't. Gunnar was way too far ahead for the double stack. If it was like 2 laps, if it was going to be one of those where the safety car comes in and we got 2 laps to go, then I'd say, okay, I can understand why he's taking the track position, but I think he's made a mistake here. I realised I forgot to do my predictions tonight, guys. I have to apologise about that. Fairly having a look at Volungis. Up the inside. Oh, they make a bit of contact, but Fairly was there for Volungis. You've got to keep plenty of room to the inside. My initial thoughts on that was that it was the Alfa Romeo's fault, but maybe he just didn't realise he was there. I don't know. But say that's my initial thought. Sometimes, well, actually, more often than not, when you see the actual point of view from the driver's perspective, it's completely different. So it's just my initial reaction to it. It's fairly getting past Corey, so he's P6 now. He does have just over a second to D-bomb, but of course the fresh sauce, that's going to come down pretty quickly. I think he needs to stay in the top 8. I think that's the sort of cut-off where he'd lose P2. Have a look. I know somewhere, I can't remember exactly where in the Discord to find the point system, but I know that Whale pushed it earlier on somewhere. Here we go. So at 10th place is 12 points, so that's what he needs to get ahead of Bowden, isn't it? 24. 8th will be 28. Yeah, he's already in 8th, so at the moment he's got 28 points. Now, well, I just sort of thought to myself, has Gunnar actually gone ahead to try and stop Whoopi from winning this race? But he can't. He's got a penalty, so unless Whoopi picks one up as well, he can't. He looks pretty intent to beat him on track, though. Let's be honest, it'd be a bit of a travesty if Whoopi didn't win this race, because he is dominated in qualifying with his superb 121.8 for pole position. He then took pole by 6/10, and then he has dominated the race from start to finish as well. Despite an earlier safety car which bunched everyone back up as well, he took off again. Here we go. Now, if Gunnar's... The problem for Gunnar is he's got a penalty, so technically, if he wants any chance to win this, to actually win this race, he needs to go ahead now. Although, let's be honest, in one lap he's not going to pull 3 seconds, is he? So, to just win it on track, he's done the right thing and held back this lap. He needs to take the position on the final lap instead, as Checo is side by side with Volungis. And they get nicely through the chicane, and Lycorius is there as well. And so those two through. Oh, tight there. Oh, Volungis is round. Oh, he's made a mistake, and now there's some debris there. That was of his own doing. There wasn't any obvious contact. I don't think there was any contact, so I believe that was just a spin. Rieger maybe getting on the power out the corner, and that's spinning round. Here's the last lap battle then for the win on track, but not for the overall win, because obviously, as I say, unless Whoopi Warriors will pick up a penalty on this last lap, the win is coming his way. It's P3. Gaza's going to finish the season off, is he? The podium. It's Volungis. Don't retire, there's 1 lap to go. Just do it. So Gunnar makes the move on the first straight. Is that going to give Whoopi an opportunity for a cutback? Doesn't really go for a switchback as such. Oh, he's been a little bit out of shape on the exit. Surely Gunnar is flashing away. Who moves to the outside? He's going to hang it around there. But he come out. Oh, there's a little nudge on the exit. There's another little nudge there. The two admins showing how not to do it as they hit each other multiple times. They're probably in a park. Oh no, Gunnar, you haven't. You have not just done that to him. Oh my goodness. Gunnar, what have you done? He's going to drop out the top three. I cannot believe what I've just seen. Oh, Gunnar. I hope you feel bad, man. I really hope you feel bad. Wow. Lycorius crosses the line to P12, so Checo picks up P11 in the end. But, oh, Gunnar. Gunnar. Oh, it's going to be really awkward in the admin chat this week. Oh, Whoopi. I feel for you so much. A little part of me does think, why didn't you just back off and take it on the penalty? But I do feel for you, man. You didn't deserve that. You've dominated and deserved the race win. But that's not what has happened. It's Gaza who takes victory in Abu Dhabi. And I believe that's fairly in P2. And Massey picked up P3. Oh, that at the end happened so fast. I didn't really see it all over the line. But yeah, there we go. Fastest lap was Gunners today as well with 24.4. Just scroll through. It's, well, I don't know. Gunnar may be looking at a race ban for the first race of next season for me with that one. Right, okay. Let's get these boys in for a quick chat for the last time this season. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, hang on. Just before I do that, let me just scroll through the instance so that the stewards have got them. There we go. And let's invite Gaza. Oh, Gaza fairly a Massey. Gaza. Where's fairly. Oh. Oh, he's not Xbox, is he? So it just has to be Massey then. Right, okay. Right. Hey guys, I'll just invite Massey, and once he joins, I'll speak to the two of you. Ferry, I think, it's on a different platform, so I can't speak to him tonight, but here he is. Right, guys, you're both old hands at this, so just make sure you include your audio for me, guys.
Audio, mate.
And we'll just have a little chat, a little natter. Massey, I'll come to you first. You've ended up P3. I'm pretty sure after the start of the race you probably didn't think that was going to happen, but hey, lots did happen, and including a massive incident at the end there. But talk us through it, man.
It was a bit like playing Destruction Derby tonight, I'm not going to lie. That was recently, HRF1 has been the cleanest league I've raced in, but tonight a couple of drivers need to have a little look at themselves. But apart from that, yeah, to finish P3 after, turn one, I got rammed by an Alpha halfway through the first lap, bowed and spun, I lost my wing. I then got killed by another Alpha at the hairpin on a restart. I think I was facing backwards more than forwards for the first half of the race. So, yeah, and then a bit good at the end for Fairley to get me, but he just had a bit more pace than me at the end. I wasn't expecting to be on the podium, but I don't know what happened with Whoopi and Gunnar. Maybe they were having fun at the end.
I think, yeah, they were definitely having fun, and I think the admin chat's going to be a bit awkward for the next week or so. I might vacate it for a week or something. But I wasn't sure what happened to make you have to pit at the start. But that was clearly that was Bowden spun.
Yeah, he just lost it underneath the W Hotel, underneath the bridge bit. He just lost it. That curve, easy to lose it on, and I just had nowhere to go. Right. So it wasn't his fault. It's easy to lose it there. I was just unfortunately the next car along. But I had really good race pace, so it would have been nice to see what I could have done with Whoopi, because my race pace I think was better than my quali pace. I was flying after I pitted for those mediums. But yeah, like, the season's over. Thankfully, I can start from scratch next season.
Exactly.
Give these
Yes, we
boys a run
can.
for the money.
And that's it. It adds another dynamic to the championship, bringing you in as well. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one for me. I'll still be doing comms. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be good. And other than that, I mean, you may well have been right about the pace. I know when Gaza was battling with Fairley for P2 for quite a while, but they were catching Whoopi. So, you know, he ended up with a 4-second lead at the start because of the incidents that occurred. All of a sudden, he was just 4 seconds ahead. But they were reeling in him. So if you just not had that incident, it would have been interesting to see where you could have got. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying now. Just uttering what you said a minute ago.
It's what it is.
All right, mate. Well, still well done on the podium. You've got to be there at the end to to take advantage of it, and you were. So well done on the podium. Well done to Fairley as well, guys. Obviously, as I say, he's on a different platform, so I can't invite him in. But well done to you, Fairley, on P2. Gaza, a rather unexpected, I'm sure, race win.
Yes, it was. And my last race as well. I can't race anymore. It was my last one.
Oh no! Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, glad you won then. That's kind of a nice way to leave it. But,
yeah. Right, and it's the third time I've done Abu Dhabi this week, so it's like a new practice.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it? End of season start occurring, and Abu Dhabi pops up everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, all in all though, in all fairness, it was probably one of your strongest performances of the season. Your quali was up there. You were right. I think you qualified 5th in the end.
5th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So but the times were really close for 2nd down to about 7th, I think it was. Or 9th.
Yeah, Whoopi smash qualifying. I don't know what that boy was doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought the time I raced here on Thursday, and I thought the 22.0 was quick, but 21.8 from Whoopi tonight was superb. So yeah, but yeah, your quality performance still was really good, and it was really mixing it with everyone. And then your race, you got off to a good start. You ended up in P2 after everything sort of settled down. Fairley was around you as well, and you sort of, one of you was ahead, then the other one was heading the next lap, sort of thing.
I've just read on your stream chat that he thinks I held him up on, I don't know, maybe as I was about to start my lap and he was ending his lap, but I'm pretty sure I was nowhere near him. But I suppose you can put a ticket in.
Yeah. Okay. So that must be the qualifying thing, but
yeah. Other than that, it was just it's just one of them. You keep your nose clean, and you just got to just race, haven't you? And that's what I did. And the lads had the incident at the end, and I was fortunate enough to be in a place to take advantage of it.
That's it. Yeah. But like I just said to Massey, you've got to be there, haven't you, to take advantage.
Well, I did start panicking when I seen Massey behind me, because I know Massey's quick. And then when I seen him behind me, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna. And then down the straights, I must have running a lot lower downforce, and I could pull away from him a little bit. So yeah, I think if I was running the same sort of downforce, Massey would have picked up the win today. Well, whoever it was that came P2.
Well, Fairley came P2, but yeah, it depends, because if Massey got ahead of you and put you between him and Fairley, then could have ended up on the win. But he hasn't, and it's your win. When you say you're not going to be racing anymore, do you mean just in HRF1?
No, just on a Sunday. It's about I've moved house, and it takes me like 2 hours to take my son home, and get back. And I have to drop him off at 6. So it's like darting back up the motorway, and if I hit just one small bit of traffic, I ain't making it back for racing. So it's just better off if I just sign up as a reserve and be able to turn up when I can, rather than.
Oh yeah, so you can still get to sign up as a reserve. That's fair enough.
Yeah. I can still sign up as a reserve. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations, mate. In a way, nice to finish the season with a victory and 50 points. Don't forget, because it's double points. So nice.
Does that mean I win the championship now?
By the time we've dealt with Guna's incident with Whoopi at the end, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, no. Thank you all for having me, and it has been. It's an eye opener, because I race in other leagues, and racing against the lads in this league, it does help you progress, because the lads in this league are quicker than the lads in the other league, or a large percentage of them. So it is really good practice to keep racing against the likes of Massey, Whoopi, Daguna, You know, and if you are mixing it with them, you know, you're making progress.
Absolutely. Nicely said. Okay, guys, that is the season ended. So, as far as I know, it's going to be a break week next week, and probably back into it the week after. But admin, of course, will confirm. It's not actually been decided, so we'll confirm it in a Discord.
If the admin's still in one piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if they're still talking.
He's already on his way down to London.
Yeah, so we'll let you know in a way. But other than that, guys, thank you to everybody that's watched along with me and chatted.
No, brilliant comms as always, mate.
Thank you, mate. And yeah, thanks to everybody out there that watches it back at a later point as well. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing it, so thank you very much. Other than that, we'll see you all again for next season. I will see you on Tuesday for WAOF1, so please come and join me for that. I'm pretty sure at Brazil. I think I've got loads of Brazil this next week coming up. I know I've got a race there twice, and I've got to do comms there once. So, and we've got comms. Yeah, in fact, we're Brazil tomorrow night in HRF1. So, yeah. Do you guys like Brazil? I hate Brazil.
Yeah, I like Brazil.
Yeah. Do you like Brazil, Marcy?
I love Brazil. It's a good
Brazil,
track.
yeah. I don't like Brazil.
Shame it was a dull one in real life.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, technically, it has the most overtaking, doesn't it, of all the tracks? But I don't know. I just don't like it. It also has a load of accidents on the games. That's probably why I don't like it. Anyway, guys, thank you ever so much to everybody. I'll see you again, as I say, on Tuesday, 8 p.m. for that one. Good night. God bless. See you again soon.
Yeah. No.
And,
well done, Massey.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, GG's everyone. Well done.
No.